Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to elders of GMS. Much love to you brothers coming by and staying faithful in this thing. And this is to the elect, actually. The rest of you, you can kick rocks. Alright, you 2/3, and you rest of you nation. You got your time of judgment's coming, man. Alright, the elders have been on YouTube for a long time pushing this truth, and the brothers in GMS have been doing the same. Alright, with faith and honesty. So you guys haven't want to listen. So now it's coming to the time where the Most High shutting that door just like he did in Noah's time. Alright? That's why it says seek him when he may be found. So another news story. This is January 7th. Alright? And there's so much information out I felt I had to do another video today. Alright, and this is, you read the headline. It says, bolstered by 16 Russian warships. Assad's next dialogue with Western puppets. Or Assad Nexus. Alright, now, here at GMS, okay, we do something we like to call looking up stuff, okay? Because a lot of people don't look up stuff. These other camps don't teach you to look up. So if you do watch the videos and, you know, I advise you to get a pen and a pad and write things down and look it up. You got Google. It takes you 2 seconds. Don't be lazy. Alright, laziness is not a good characteristic to have. Alright, let's look at Nexus. It says Nexus, water, no, or not so, or no. Another word for no. Be careful. Watch out. I'll zoom out so you brothers can see it right here. This is where Nexus is at, down here. This is one of the definitions. Bear with me. Right here. You see what that says? Another word for no. To be careful. Watch out. A rejection or refusal. Nothing at all. Alright? That's what we have for the definition of Nexus. Alright, so let's read it as the definition says. It says, bolstered by 16 Russian warships. Assad, it says warships, Assad, no dialogue with Western puppets. Refuses, says no to dialogue with Western puppets. Because he don't have to, man. That's why it says, let the weak say that I am strong. Alright? This is a part of that. This is a part of that prophecy right there, man. He said, I don't want to talk to the West. I don't want your benefits. I know exactly what you're doing, man. Because this is to trigger that this third world war, so these elites can try to depopulate things, man. So this is all a part of the Most High's plan, okay? So nothing that's happening right here. This is all coming to this third world war. Alright, bear with me and we'll get into this. So it says, bolstered by 16 Russian warship, Assad Nexus dialogue with Western puppets. Alright? So let's read that right quick so you can get an understanding on that. And that's Joel 3 and 10. This is Joel 3 verse 10. We'll start at 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Alright, so Russia's a man of war. China, a strong nation of war. India, different nations that's going to come up. This is what the Most High is the prophecy against them. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You look back a handful of years, no one's worrying about Syria. There's no massive concentration on Syria and what Syria needs to, you know, who cares about the Syrian people? I'm sure this is not the first genocide that's been going on in this place, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last, alright? So what makes them so, apt to worry about the Syrian people? Okay, so now, but then Syria right here, it used to be a weak nation. It wasn't a powerhouse. Now it's saying that I'm strong because it knows now it's got a back to it. It's got Russia backing it. Alright, and we're going to get into that. It says, assemble your plowshares and the pruning hooks into spear, and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say I am strong. Assemble yourselves, come all ye heathens, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And those are the angels. So let's read this. It says, with a buildup of 16 warships carrying thousands of marines on the Syrian coast to deter the West from deploying ground forces into Syria. Because if they deploy ground forces, they're gonna have to go head up. The Russian Marines, they're gonna have to go head up with the American Marines or whoever in that ally, the EU, that comes over there. Syrian Bashar Assad could afford to brazen it out of his first public speech in 7 months. Speaking at the Damascus Opera House Sunday, January 6, Assad in Syria no longer takes dictation from anyone, and called on Syrian citizens to defend the country against a war fought by only a handful of Syrians and many foreigners. He rejects the dialogue with the opposition, which he referred to as puppets fabricated by the West. Okay, so that's a part of the Most High lifting up that skirt and showing the nations their shame, because they know they're using proxies or agent provocateurs. Okay, they're using CIA agents. They're using different Assad. Okay, the whatever British special forces. They're using that and using these Al Qaeda as puppets. It says Defca Net News Net Weekly. It is in its latest issue of January 4th revealed that both Washington and Moscow may be encouraged to rush to Syria of an Al-Qaeda and other radical Islamic fighters so as to put them in harm's way on the Syrian battlefield instead of their staying home to make trouble in Asia, Europe, and Middle East countries. On this point, Assad remarked, the West tried to get rid of these terrorists by drawing them into countries in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other places. But they're unsuccessful. Now they are sending them to Syria. Because we've been using them since Saddam Hussein. Okay, and the Iran-Contras too. Alright, different wars that's been going on in the Middle East that was used for that Al-Qaeda's been involved in, which is just a CIA proxy. It says in Syria's ruler went to maintain that it would not be too hard to get rid of them if all citizens are mobilized against them these outside forces. It was important too, he said, to fight the terrorism ideas before they permeated Syrian society. He vowed to fight terror so long as a single terrorist remains in the country, and to combat the rebels fighting to overthrow his regime, whom he called terrorists and criminals who harbor Al-Qaeda extremist ideology. Alright, and says Assad emphasizes on this point, indicates discount on his war against Islamic terrorism as long-term insurance policy for bolstering his regime's survival. In Moscow, a senior military spokesman announced that Russian vessels, including battleships and landcraft carrying marines and military vehicles, would remain in Syria waters until Easter. He said quite candidly that the presence of Russian Marines near Syria will deter West from deploying ground forces into Syria. Russia flotilla and Marines are intended to be counterweights in the six NATO Patriot missile interceptors the U.S., Germany, and Holland have installed on Turkish-Syrian borders. Russia, along with Iran, is providing Assad with strong military. Russia with Iran. So they drawn, like my last video, they've drawn the line in the sand. Okay? So if y'all thinking this playing games and I'm joking, if you don't want to pay attention, you ain't got to, man. Okay? Because them missiles are going to kiss your ass. They're gonna touch you and they're gonna burn you. All right. They're gonna get you with that unquenchable fire. All right. And I got some verses, but you guys can read Ezekiel 38. All right, and read that on out, and that'll touch what's going on now. But I've